So this question is about making water fit for drinking, and it wants us to place the processes in order. So the processes we have got are these three steps. So the first step in this process is sedimentation. So sedimentation. Then we have filtration, and then we end with chlorination. So filtration, and then chlorination. It says some tap water contains chloride ions. Explain in terms of electrons how a chloride atom forms a chloride ion. Right, so the thinking behind this one is a chlorine atom has 17 electrons, which is 287. We know, or we should know, that that's not stable because 7 electrons is not stable. So what does it need to do to become stable? It needs to gain an electron. So there's the electrons, now 8 electrons in the last energy level, and that makes it stable. So in terms of what has gone on here, we need to say that the chlorine atoms gain, I'm going to put 1 electron. And the marks for this, there's 2 marks. If we're saying gain electrons and we're identifying that there's 1 electron, that's going to get us both marks in that question. Why is chlorine added? So the job of the chlorine is to kill off the bacteria, which matches option D. State why tap water is not suitable for chemical analysis. So tap water, it will contain ions. So for example, you have magnesium ions in there, calcium ions in there. And these will interfere with analysis. So they will distort the results, make it incorrect, interfere with what we have got. Okay? Okay, oh, hang on, missed an E off the end there. Interfere with analysis. Right, super, 1 mark. Okay, next bit is a student was asked to distill a sample of tap water. This shows the apparatus. The student made an error when setting up the apparatus. This error meant the pure water could not be collected in the test tube. So what has the student done? Explain the error and suggest a change that needs to happen. So here, so I'm looking for obvious things. So in this bit here, we've got a nice snug fit, so no gas is going to escape. We've got our test tube set in the ice, that's going to help it to condense, and we've got a delivery tube connecting it together. The bit that's wrong is here. This should not be below the surface of the water. So we need to say here that we need to move the delivery tube so it is not in the tap water. The problem with it being in the tap water is that the gas is not, so the gas that's going to be produced is not able to go up the tube. So we put here the gas produced will not be able to travel up the tube. So we get 1 mark for saying what it is we need to change, and then we've explained why it needs to change to get the 2nd mark. State what the student should do to heat the water. So you would normally use, in class to do this, we would use a Bunsen burner. So we can say a Bunsen burner for 1 mark.